Hi and welcome back. And today we're going to talk about regular reviews and check-ins on performance. As a team leader, it's important to keep a check on your staff's welfare and well-being. So today we're going to go through a couple of topics that we want to talk about. So the first one is the importance of having these kind of performance conversations. Then we'll look at what type of ingredients go into making a great performance conversation. We'll then follow up a more in-depth conversation along planning, the execution, and what happens after you've had that conversation with your reports. As always, let me know down below if you've got any kind of suggestions and tips on what you do to handle performance and performance reviews. So, first of all, let's talk about why are regular performance conversations important. Focusing team members to set clear and effective goals is a crucial step, but the job doesn't end there. Checking in and holding regular performance conversations with your team members is a must if they are to achieve those goals and also maintain their motivation with their work. It can be easy to fall into the trap of thinking only about the process of performance management, especially when we're busy or perhaps maybe we manage too many people. However, it's your duty as a manager to focus on the quality of conversations. After all, that's the bit that people remember and respond to. Great conversations go beyond simply listing objectives and discussing performance in a transactional way. They shouldn't be a once-a-year activity, but instead ongoing, continuous two-way dialogue. Promote a performance mindset amongst your people. Encourage team members to continuously learn, grow, and remain positive and grab hold of any new opportunities. Now we're going to focus on the four main ingredients for having a great performance conversation. For really great performance conversations, you need to have a perfect match of these four ingredients. The first one is authenticity. This is the quality of being real and genuine and operating as one's true self in daily life. Ask yourself, I have an authentic relationship with this person which can benefit both of us, or I feel we can both be ourselves around one another. The next is trust. This is about having a two-way relationship which grows rather than appears. Trust is higher when we fully accept that the other person is good at their job, they do what they say they will, and we have a strong relationship with them. The next is contracting. This is about setting the ground rules and boundaries of the conversation. It includes practical details such as timing, logistics and roles, the shared purpose and outcomes, and the hopes, concerns, anxieties and expectations of both people. Ask yourself, we're both clear on what the conversation is for and what we want to get from it. The last ingredient is awareness. This means that we're receptive and sensitive to what is going on for the other person, including how they're feeling, what they value, how busy they are, and any difficulties that they're facing. Next, we're going to look at planning for your conversation and what kind of planning you should do for performance review conversations. Here are a few practical considerations. The first one is schedule into your team members' diaries early on. Diaries will fill up quickly and it's important you prioritize these. You want to allow around 90 minutes for your conversation. You're definitely going to need more time than a regular one-to-one, and a rushed conversation will not be a good quality one. Choose an appropriate location for your review conversations. Think about the atmosphere you want to create. Should you get out of the office environment and grab a coffee? Is the meeting room a comfortable one where you won't be disturbed? Or what about walking and talking? Be sure to schedule regular one-to-one conversations into your diary and send invites to team members. You will not always be able to stick to them in your dates, but having them as diary placeholders will prompt you to reschedule if necessary. Try and prioritize one-to-one conversations wherever possible. It's easy to let internal meetings slip when busy, but think about the message you're sending if you frequently cancel or postpone. Before a more formal performance review conversation, it's important to gather objective evidence about the person's performance rather than relying on your own gut feeling. You can do something like creating 360 feedback from all team members. Next, we're going to look at what happens during the conversation and some of the things that you should look out for when holding performance review conversation. When you start a conversation, check about what each of you wants to get from the conversation and how much time you've got, and be honest about anything that's distracting either of you. Find a way to capture important notes and actions. Either you or your team member should be responsible for recording what's been said. Assume a mindset of curiosity and exploration. Be prepared to listen carefully and avoid preconceived ideas of what the right thing is for that individual. Provide constructive feedback in a positive manner. Clearly state what the person has been doing well and ask what's helped them achieve those things. Don't be shy to give praise and recognition where it's due. Never underestimate how powerful that can be. When giving constructive feedback about what could be better, always demonstrate a learning mindset, like even better if, or next time, try, rather than criticizing or judging. After you've had the conversation, capture any notes, actions, or comments where appropriate. You can then follow up with your team members on any issues left unsaid or unresolved. Follow up on any actions you're committed to in order to build trust and role model the reliability you would expect to see. Don't forget to schedule your next one-to-one conversation. Definitely try to keep the conversation going. Formal and infrequent performance conversations tend to be daunting and anxiety-provoking. Try getting into the habit of regular chatting about performance, even if it's a quick chat that hasn't been penciled into the diary months in advance. If you found this video useful, then comment down below if you have any suggestions or tips that you think I should include in the videos going forward. And as always, click down below to subscribe.